Yes, people, we're here. We're back, man. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to TyrellgunnerTV. We're back, man, with another preview, and we are here to talk about Sporting taking on Arsenal tomorrow night in the Champions League, the first leg of the quarterfinals of the UCL. And it's another game where Arsenal need to win. We know what happened on the weekend against Southampton. I'm kind of over it now. It is what it is. But even though we got knocked out to Southampton, it just did annoy me. But how we got knocked out by them. And it was a shocking performance by a few players. But we need to kick on and we need to start building a run now, because these next few games coming into this last stage of the season now are massive, man. Remember, we still got to go to the Etihad in a few weeks. So, yeah, not in a few weeks. Literally next weekend, next Sunday, we're literally playing Man City at the Etihad. Literally next week, Sunday. So, yeah, obviously this weekend we got Bournemouth at home. So, yeah, but literally next week, Sunday, we got Manchester City at the Etihad. But listen, people, we're here to speak about Sporting versus Arsenal. We're here to preview it. We've got a few updates out regarding from the manager, Mikel Arteta. Players that were in training today that were seen in there this morning. It was an open training session. It was live. If you didn't watch it, I haven't watched it. I didn't watch it. It was obviously live on the Arsenal app. If you have the Arsenal app on your phone or anything, you could. It was live on there. You was able to watch it. I've been sorting out some stuff today, so I haven't really been able. But when the video comes out, I'll have a look and see how the training sessions went. But we're looking at the photos online, a few players were back in training today. Declan Rice is one of them as well. But before we talk about the Sporting game. But yeah, let me give you the updates the updates that came out today and the players that were back in training. So the players that were in training today, Leandro Trossard, he was spotted in first team training today. Gabriel was in training today. Declan Rice was spotted as well. Now, players that were not spotted, yeah. Now, this is the players that were not spotted, yeah. Let me just put that in, yeah. Hincapié was not in training today. Eze was not in training today. No Bukayo Saka, and also no Jurriën Timber. So that was it. But yeah, you heard that from me. So those are the players that were not in training. So yeah, but listen, people, I just wanted to put that in there because, if you guys didn't see the updates on the news of who was back in training, I just want to read that out for you. So just confirm and let you guys know. But listen, we are back, man. Arsenal, UCL football is back. And we must win this game tomorrow. We must win this game. Like I said, we know what happened on the weekend with Southampton in the FA Cup. It's time to, brush that off the shoulder and we go again. And I am kind of nervous for this game tomorrow. I'm going to be so real. I saw a stat today, earlier on, by the way, that came out from The Athletic. They tweeted it out. Sporting are undefeated, by the way, in 23 consecutive home games. Well, not even home games, yeah, just 23 games. They're unbeaten in 23 games. So this is not going to be an easy game for Arsenal, let me tell you that. And I already know it's not going to be an easy game, yeah. We saw what happened, yeah, literally before the international break, yeah, when we played Leverkusen in the second leg at home, where they made that mad comeback, and destroyed Bodo Glimt. So we know what they're capable of. And that second leg was at their gaff, and they completely wiped them off. And they were 3-0 down, and they came back and they won. And it was 5-3 in aggregate, and they battered them 5-0 in the second leg and did that mad comeback. So we know what Sporting are capable of. So we need to make sure we are on it tomorrow night, and we need to see a reaction. And yes, I get, it was a mixed team on Saturday, but still, that can affect the whole team. And obviously having Declan Rice being spotted in first team training, Trossard, the likes of, some of our other players being back, it's good because we need the majority of our best players for this game tomorrow. And I don't even know what my score prediction is, but I'm going to reveal it at the end of the video. But I think it's going to be a tight game. I really do think. Now, listen, in terms of the lineup, how we would set up now. Now, obviously, hearing, from some of them players not being in first team training now, it's going to be a mixed team tomorrow. Now, I'm guessing, the likes of Timber, Hincapié, Saka, Eze not being in training, Arteta has big decisions to make. And when I mean big decisions, yeah, he has big decisions to make, because those players not being in training today, it looks like they're not obviously going to be in contention to play tomorrow. Obviously, we know about Eze. He's out for a month, and it looks like he won't be back until the City game next weekend. So fingers crossed he'll be able to make that game. But listen, we must win this game tomorrow. And when I tell you we must win this game, we cannot lose another game. We've now lost 2 games on the bounce now. The Carabao Cup final, and we got smoked by City. We know how that went when Kevin made the mistake. Southampton wiped us apart on Saturday in the FA Cup, and they deserved it, and fair play to them. They're in the semi-finals, and they got a nice day at Wembley in the semi-finals, so congratulations to them. But now it's on Arsenal to just take your mind off that now, brush it off the shoulder, and we go again now. And it starts with this game tomorrow. My full focus now with this team is beating Sporting tomorrow. We must win this game. Yeah, we must. I said it when we played Leverkusen in the round of 16. I said I do think we will beat Sporting, but it won't be easy. But I think we will manage to get through both legs. Now, in terms of what I think of this first leg tomorrow, I do think it's going to be a very, very difficult game. And they're going to be up for it. Sporting are going to be up for it. Like I said, their last Champions League game they played, they came back in the second leg. They beat Bodo Glimt, what was it, 5-0? Like I said, they beat them 5-3 on aggregate, 5-0. They came back. And this first leg is at their ground. And remember, up until the semi-finals, we got home advantage up to the for the second leg. Remember that. So just putting that out. But they're going to be up for it tomorrow. Like I said, we need to win this game tomorrow. We must. If Arsenal do not win this game tomorrow, guys, yeah, I'm going to let you guys right now. We might be in trouble on the weekend against Bournemouth. Even though we're at home, I know it's at the Emirates, but we actually might be in trouble because if we don't make a wake-up call in this game tomorrow, I do think these players, their mentality could get to them. And yes, I do think there's a mentality issue with this team. We've seen it for the past few seasons now. When we get that close, we saw the stat that came out after the game on the weekend that Arteta has had 24 attempts, yeah, and he's bottled all 24 of them to win a trophy. He's had 24 attempts in each competition now, and he's bottled it. The stat came out after the weekend, but I'm not trying to think about that right now. I'm trying to think about this Arsenal team going to Sporting away tomorrow night and winning the game. We must, because if we don't, going forward, heading into our next few games, like I said, guys, buckle your seatbelt because this last few ride of the season now, these last few games coming towards the end of the season, be ready because if this team starts to, I don't want to say the word, but I'm going to have to, starts bottling it, yeah, some of these games, and City go on a mad run because obviously they smacked up Liverpool on the weekend in the FA Cup and they got some mad momentum going on now. They got Chelsea away this weekend in the Premier League, so we need to just win this game against Sporting to try and build some confidence going forward. Now, in terms of the lineup now, let's actually speak on the team news what Arteta could actually go with tomorrow. He has a few options here. Now, you see me, right, yeah? Obviously, if the likes of Timber, Hincapié, Eze, Saka were all fit. I know Saka hasn't been good this season, but it's Bukayo Saka. You wouldn't be surprised if he plays or not. But if he was fit and he was in training today, I wouldn't be surprised if he plays tomorrow. I do think Noni Madueke is going to start this game tomorrow. I do think he will. But there's going to be a few defensive issues tomorrow. Now, what do I think the back four will be? Now, tomorrow, yeah, David Raya will be in goal. That's number one. The back four for me, and I'm going to speak on behalf of what I think that Arteta is going to go with, the manager. I wouldn't be surprised if the back four be Ben White again starting at right back. The centre-backs could potentially be Saliba, Mosquera, because we don't know what happened with Gabriel. Remember, he had an ice pack, even though he walked off fine in the FA Cup game on Saturday. We saw he went down with his knee. Like, I'm hoping, I don't know if Arteta's going to risk it tomorrow, take the chance, but you never know with this manager. He'll just find a way to just rush players back and play them. If Gabriel does start tomorrow, I'll be shocked. But the back four for me, what I think is going to happen, Ben White right back, and he better have a good game tomorrow, because if he is not on it, he's going to get cooked. Just saying that, because we saw what happened with the goal that he gave away on the weekend against Southampton. If he has any errors and defensive mistakes like that again tomorrow night, he will be finished. Just letting you guys know that now. But yeah, Ben White right back, I think Arteta is going to go with. I think the two centre-backs would be Mosquera and Saliba. Left back, I think Calafiori is going to play, because I don't see him playing Miles Lewis-Skelly there. He could do, but I don't think so. I think Calafiori will be the left back. And Calafiori, we know he's a bit injury prone, but I just don't think Arteta is going to play Lewis-Skelly there. So I'm going to say Calafiori. Now, the midfield now. The midfield. Obviously, Eze, obviously, like I said, he's out. I wouldn't be surprised the midfield three could potentially be Odegaard, Rice, and potentially Zubimendi. That will probably be the midfield three tomorrow. Or potentially, he goes, Havertz in the 10, Rice and Odegaard. He could try and change it up a bit. But I'm going to say this right now. For me, I wouldn't be surprised. The midfield three tomorrow is probably Odegaard in the 10. Then you have Rice and Zubimendi. Now, the front three now. Gyökeres definitely has to start. We all know that. Gyökeres has to start. Madueke on the right, I think, has to be on the right. And Trossard on the left. That's the team that I think, right now, potentially with all those options available, that's probably our best starting lineup right now. And that says a lot. Because Timber went spotting in training, Hincapié, no Saka, and no Eze. So, Arteta has to find a way to change it up a bit. And that's the lineup I think he's going to go with. I don't expect anywhere else. Unless he does play Miles Lewis-Skelly in this game. Could he potentially play him in the midfield? I don't really see it happening, especially in the Champions League game. I think if Miles Lewis-Skelly did start tomorrow, it'd probably be at left back. Arteta just doesn't want to try and change something. Like, we've seen Miles Lewis-Skelly cook in the midfield. We saw it the other day for the England under-21s during the international break. I don't know why he doesn't like to try and change something. He just doesn't like to take the risk, and that's my issue with Mikel Arteta. When something's not working, have a go. Miles Lewis-Skelly can do a job in midfield. Like, we've all been calling it for a few months now. I've been calling it for ages now. I wanted to see it. When I was at the Wigan game a few months ago in the FA Cup, like 2 months ago when we beat them when we played Wigan, yeah. 2 months ago, yeah. No, last month. Sorry, wait, was that game last? Was that game? Was that game in Was that game in March? The Wigan game in the FA Cup? It probably was. But whenever we played that Wigan game, yeah, I think that was either a month ago or 2 months ago. Like I said, wherever it was, I was at the Wigan game, and Miles Skelly was meant to play midfield that game, and he didn't, because remember, Calafiori obviously got pulled out, you know, in the warm-up. Lewis Skelly had to go out to left-back. But I just don't know why we haven't seen the opportunity for Miles Lewis Skelly to play in the midfield. I don't know why Arteta just won't take the risk. Like, you're seeing him do it for international level. We're seeing him do it in other, like, even in the academy when he was coming through, he was never a left-back. He was playing in midfield, and he could do the job. But this manager, Mikel Arteta, just doesn't trust him, and that's my issue I have with that. And if something's not working, and if Miles Lewis Skelly's struggling at left-back, try and play him in the midfield, change it up a bit. But yeah, that's how I see it. But yeah, guys, man. But honestly, like I said, that's the lineup that I think Arteta is going to potentially go with. You know, unless he decides to start Martinelli, because, you know, he's been well in the cup games. But I wouldn't start Martinelli in this game. And I know Trossard hasn't looked the same for the last few months now. You know, at the start of the season, you know, a few months ago, we were all saying he's one of our best attackers. And he was playing well from about the start of the season onwards. And it's from that December onwards, I'd say between December and January onwards, he's been shocking. Trossard, he hasn't been the same since. And I think his last goal, when was the last goal he scored? I think it was the Villa game when we battered them 4-1 at the Emirates. I think it was potentially that game or another game, which I can't remember. I need to go back and have a look. But Trossard, for me, has got to be on that left. I wouldn't play Martinelli. And for me, like I said, some of the players in the summer anyway need to get out of here. But listen, that's the lineup that I think Arteta potentially go with. You know, Odegaard, Rice, Zubimendi. Or maybe even, you know what, maybe even Havertz, Rice, Zubimendi. He could potentially go with that. But as much as, you know, Havertz, Odegaard, you know, Arteta has to find a solution in that midfield to try and sort it out. And whoever starts in that midfield tomorrow, we need to see a better midfield. You know, we need to see a better midfield reaction, because the midfield that we had on the weekend, our midfield got overran. The way how Southampton were moving for us, it can't happen like that again. But I think if Rice does start tomorrow, I think that's going to be huge in this game, because if Rice does play and he does start tomorrow, having him in that midfield, I think, is going to be key for us tomorrow. If we're going to get anything, a draw, or if we got there and nick a 1-0 win, I don't care. No, not that I just don't care. I think it will just be for the benefit of the team to have Rice. If we have Rice, we got a good chance to try and get something. Nick a 1-0, a draw, whatever. But if it is a tight game and Arsenal nick a draw and take a draw back to the second leg, I think we'll beat Sporting at home for the second leg if we come out of the game tomorrow night with a draw. It's just how I think. But you guys let me know in the comment section down below your thoughts and feelings in this game tomorrow night. Let me know your score predictions as well. My score prediction now, before we close off the video here, make sure you guys are subscribing and smashing the like button as well, people, to the channel if you're new. But yeah, I've been thinking about this all day. I think with most of our better players coming back, I know we don't have a lot of them. No Nketiah, Tross, obviously, no Nketiah, Timber, obviously Eze, Saka were not spotted in training. I don't think them four will play tomorrow. I think they're going to be out. It's kind of a hard one for me, because Sporting, they're going to be up for it tomorrow. I have a weird feeling, guys, you know, this game could potentially be a draw. Mum, listen, my head's telling me a draw. My mind's telling me a draw, but I have a weird feeling Arsenal could potentially nick something out of this game. It wouldn't surprise me if we decide to show up in this game. But again, like Sporting, they're going to be up for it. It's so hard, guys, man. I'm just, honestly. You know what? I'm going to go for a draw. You heard me here, 2-2. I have a feeling this game's going to be a draw, guys. I can't lie. I have a feeling we might nick a draw here. Bonnet. Yeah, you know what? 2-2. 2-2, you said it here. 2-2 for me. 2-2, 2-2. 2-2, 2-2, man. That's my prediction, man. 2-2. I generally think, yeah. Because I don't think we'll lose this game, but I think Sporting are going to make it very difficult. So yeah, you know what? 2-2 tomorrow night. 2-2 between Sporting and Arsenal. But yeah, if we get a draw, and take that back to the second leg. Again, I'm fine with that because I do have a feeling if we get nick a draw, whatever it is, 1-1, 2-2, if Arsenal nick a 0-0, I think we'll beat them in the second leg at the Emirates because the way I saw against Sporting, even though I'm not Sporting, sorry, in the second leg against Leverkusen in the round of 16, I was at that second leg at the Emirates and we done bits. Listen, that game as well, Eze scored the banger in that game. So yeah, but like I said, it all depends on tomorrow. But for me, obviously, I really hope we win because we need to get some momentum building up to these last few games of the season now, and especially that massive game next week Sunday against Manchester City at the Etihad. We need something, man. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we get something, man. But yeah, I'm going for a 2-2 draw tomorrow night, guys. But yeah, you guys let me know in the comment section down below your thoughts and feelings heading into this game tomorrow. Let me know your score predictions. Remember, guys, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you guys are smashing the like button as well. Make sure you guys follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter, TyrellgunnerTV, all 3 socials. Make sure you guys are subscribing to the second channel, Only Gunners TV, guys. I keep telling you guys. Before I end the video, like I said, yeah, the second channel, it's right here. Only Gunners TV, you know the ones there, Only Gunners. So make sure you guys go follow Only Gunners TV on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. Only Gunners TV, all 3 socials. Make sure you guys are doing that, man. But yeah, people, yeah, just wanted to let you guys know that back there. But yeah, people, listen, that's the preview there wrapped up. And yeah, man, people, listen, watch along settings. We'll be back on the channel. Watch along tomorrow, so make sure you guys are there for that one. And big up to everyone that was on the TikTok live on the weekend, by the way, for the FA Cup game. I know we lost, but listen, the numbers were good, man. It was good to see a lot of you guys in there supporting that. But yeah, make sure you guys are following the socials as always, man. But yeah, people, that's the preview there wrapped up. Like I said, comment section down below. Let me know your thoughts and feelings heading into this Sporting game tomorrow. But like I said, for me, I think a draw. But I really hope we win so we can build some momentum. But yeah, you guys even let me know as well your starting lineups as well. Let me guys know what you guys say in the comment section down below. But yeah, people, enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy the rest of your Monday, sorry, as well. But yeah, people, listen, I'm out, people. Love, take care, and listen, up the Arsenal. We're out, people. Take care, peace, love, in a bit.